Today I will be making red snapper. I'll be cooking, well, not making, but cooking the red snapper. I had the person scale it and then cut the head off and then cut the tail off. And I'm gonna make it with ginger and some scallion, Asian style type of fish. After it's been scaled, what I did was I used a knife and I cut and made lines through the fish body. I call it the fish body, front and back, like this, so that it cooks well and it cooks evenly. And also I'm gonna put the ginger and garlic in between this over here, the slit. So I'll go ahead and do that. See you in a bit. I use ginger for my fishes because it gets rid of that fishy smell, you know, that sea fish smell. Ginger makes the fish tender and also it gives that little spice to it. And this is what happened. I basically use this much of ginger and I scrape off the skin and I minced it with, you know, the knife. So about this size or a little bit smaller. Mince it a little bit more just so that it's smaller, so it goes in this, you know, into these parts in here in between. So go ahead and do that. I mean, you can have bigger chunks of ginger, it's not going to hurt you. But if you want to eat it, really embed the flavor in the fish, it's better to mince it in smaller pieces. So I don't like ginger powder. I like to use pure natural, you know, the original ginger. Ginger powder has a little bit of different, it's not really pure ginger, the ginger powder. It's more like it's mixed in with other stuff. So I don't like to use ginger powder. I use just ginger, the, you know, regular ginger here. So this is the size of ginger that I used. So I'm gonna put this aside and then I'm gonna use this. Okay, so I just took out I grinded all these garlic. This is minced garlic. I'm gonna add, let me get a spoon. I have a big spoon, but I only have a big spoon. I'm gonna add, this is a big spoon, but I'm gonna add this much of garlic into the container with the ginger, and I'm gonna stir it. I put a lot of garlic. I love garlic. And then mix it. After that, I'm gonna use soy sauce. I use the Kikkoman soy sauce. That's like, you know, brand name for that soy sauce. I don't use anything else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour the soy sauce until it's soaked, like literally soaked and covered with soy sauce. Because I put so much, you know, I think that would be enough. Not too much, but just enough that it's soaked, because that's what it's gonna be. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this to pour it on the fish. So give me one moment. Now I'm going to put some ground black pepper. I like to flip the fish and then put a pepper on the side. This side too. Flip it over. Put pepper again. So this is what I did with the fish. I basically poured it over and poured it into the slits. So the flavor soaks in and the garlic and the ginger goes well together. So I'm gonna have this sit for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then afterwards, I'm gonna move it into the pan. Next, I just put the heat on high. And I'm using olive oil, organic extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm gonna cover the frying pan with olive oil all over. And this is another ingredient which I like to use. This is sweet green pepper. This is also sold in Asian supermarket. It's not really an American supermarket, but you'll see it in the where the peppers are. So this is like Korean sweet pepper or something. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna lightly fry it. Lightly fry it. Like this. Lower it. Chopping. So, you know, in like 2 minutes after the pepper is, you know, cooking, I like to make it a little crisp. So I cook the pepper first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the fish into the fry pan. And then I would still have the soy sauce and garlic in the frying pan. I'm going to pour this back into the frying pan. So I have this in the bowl. I'm going to pour it again. You know, just pour it all over. Like that. Just so that it doesn't go into waste and it gives more flavor. Unfortunately, I don't have a lid. If I had a lid, that would be great. But, you know, in this case, it didn't have a lid that came with the wok. But as you can see, I'm cooking on medium high, but I'm gonna move it to quarter, like right there. Not high, but on the 1/8 area. Yeah. So I'm gonna let that cook. It's gonna take about, right now it's 5:26. It's gonna take about 40 minutes to cook this fish. Well done. If not more. In the meantime, while it's cooking, it's looking really good. It's being cooked faster than I thought, so it should be done in like 30 minutes. In the meantime, I chopped up some green onions. You can chop off however you want to chop off. You can chop off small pieces or big pieces, but I chopped off small and big. I'm gonna pour it over to the frying pan. By the way, I use 3 bunch, so this is 1 bunch. So I use 3 bunches. So 3 of these. So this is how it looks so far. A lot of greens, huh? In the meantime, I'll be cooking some brown rice. And it should be ready within 25 minutes. My finished product, fish with brown rice, and I put some the stuff that we bought at the store, the beef meatballs and kimbap and dumpling.